There are places where powerful stories hide beneath the surface of quiet routines. In Pinehurst, North Carolina, where golf is tradition, luxury, and lineage, there was a boy no one saw. A boy with calloused hands, sharp eyes, and silent footsteps, who carried the weight of a hard life and the gift of a hidden talent. This is the story of Anthony Rivera, the ball picker no one noticed until a lonely man decided to ask his name. Anthony woke up before the sun. At 14, he knew the adult world better than many grown men. While his schoolmates were still sleeping, he was putting on his wrinkled Pinehurst club uniform with a faded logo on the chest and worn-out sneakers. His shift began at 6. Collecting balls on the practice range, cleaning clubs, fueling golf carts. Few staff members spoke to him. Even fewer members noticed he was there. To most, he was just the ball boy, but Anthony watched everything. He would sit quietly near the course whenever he could, studying the players' movements, their grip, their swing, their timing. At home, he mimicked what he saw using tree branches in the dusty backyard. The crisp sound of a clean shot was his favorite music, even if he'd never made one himself. John Whitmore was a respected name at the club. Heir to an old fortune and owner of a hotel chain, he played every Tuesday and Friday, always alone. He never smiled, rarely spoke. He carried grief in his gaze. He had lost a wife, a son, and both brothers. One cloudy afternoon, he noticed Anthony gathering balls near his practice area. The boy was swinging a broken club and quietly narrating an imaginary game to himself. "Hey," John called out, lowering his sunglasses. "Have you ever played for real?" Anthony froze. No one had ever asked him that. "No, sir. I just mess around sometimes," he said without looking up. "Show me a swing." Anthony hesitated, then stepped up. He took the club John offered and got into position. He bent his knees, aligned his feet, and took a breath. The ball soared with perfect contact and landed 200 yards away. John raised an eyebrow. That wasn't normal. From that day on, John invited Anthony to train with him twice a week. Some of the other staff found it strange. One of the older caddies, Tom S., warned him, "Be careful, kid. This could end badly. People like us don't hold a members' club." But John didn't care about rules like that. He saw something rare in Anthony. Raw instinct. The boy didn't know the full rule book, but his body understood the game. In their private sessions, John taught him everything: club types, wind reading, stance, and the psychology of the sport. Anthony absorbed it like water. "You learn like you've known this your whole life," John said after a perfect shot. "I just listened to the course," Anthony replied, eyes fixed on the horizon. As Anthony began practicing during off hours with John, his presence on the course started to draw attention. Not everyone liked it. Martha Hill, a sharp-tongued member and fierce defender of club tradition, was the first to file a complaint. Others followed. A petition circulated among the more conservative members. "This is outrageous. Staff should not play where members play," snapped Dr. Charles Brennan, a powerful attorney. The board, feeling the pressure, called John in for a meeting. They expected him to back down. Instead, he made a proposal. "Let's settle this with class. I'll organize a tournament open to all employees and members. A fair game. No exceptions. The winner takes a $1 million prize, paid out of my pocket." The board hesitated but agreed. It sounded noble, and nearly everyone believed. No employee stood a chance, especially not a kid. The Pinehurst Open was announced with fanfare. Live music, local press, sponsors. The club had never seen such a crowd. Anthony trained harder than ever. He got help from Luis, a janitor who became his caddy. Even Tom S., once skeptical, coached him during nighttime sessions. On the big day, Anthony wore a new uniform gifted by John. White shirt, tan pants, cap embroidered with his name. His heart pounded like a drum. Among the competitors were Martha Hill, Dr. Brennan, and the favorite, Tyler McDowell, state champion and son of a senator. Anthony started strong. Hole 1, par. Hole 2, birdie. Hole 3, eagle. People began watching. Cameras turned toward him. Commentators whispered, "This kid has it." "Precision like the gods," said Carol Jensen, a sports reporter. At hole 17, the wind picked up. The crowd fell silent. John watched from a distance. Anthony closed his eyes, read the wind, and swung. The ball arched beautifully and landed near the flag on the final hole. He needed a birdie to win. Dead silence. He struck the ball. It rolled slowly, then dropped in. Cheers erupted. Anthony had done it. The victory changed everything. The video of his final shot went viral. Sponsors lined up. Nike, Callaway, Red Bull. He was offered a scholarship at the Leadbitter Academy, one of the top golf schools in the world, but Anthony stayed grounded. With part of the prize, he renovated his parents' home and founded Drive Project, a nonprofit offering free golf lessons to underprivileged kids in the region. John was by his side through it all. Not just as a mentor, but as family. "You changed my life, John," Anthony told him during an award ceremony. "No, kid. You just needed someone to believe in you," John replied, eyes full of pride. Anthony became a legend in golf, but his greatest achievement wasn't a trophy. It was proving that talent can rise from anywhere. At Pinehurst, where he once picked up balls for others, there's now a plaque that reads, "On this course, the legend of Anthony Rivera was born." Because dreams don't wear name tags, he still visits sometimes, walks the same paths, greets every staff member by name. And when he spots a curious young boy watching from a distance, he hands him a club and says, "Show me what you've got." Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this story. If this touched your heart, please let us know by leaving a like and sharing it with someone who might need a little hope today. Your support inspires us to keep bringing more stories of healing, strength, and second chances. See you in the next one.